I don't know. Something about this movie wanted the audience to have like a complete emotional attachments to all of these animals. I got it for some, but not for all. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Flow. What's about pretty simple premise. We don't know what time we are. We don't know what kind of Earth we are in. Is it this Earth? I don't know because there's huge cat statues, huge human statues, oldish boats. Kind of looks like we're in the Greek-ish time, like not like present day, but more of like, I would say early 1800s. I don't know. It doesn't tell that. Anyway, a huge flood comes and it keeps rising, rising, rising. And now a random boat comes and now you have a bird, a dog, a cat, a llama, and then a other type of animal, which plumura or whatever. I don't know. Idiot. Anyway, they're on a boat and there's other dogs. They got to figure out how they're gonna work together because they're animals, right? And shiny stuff and trying to understand courage from each animal, grab food. Okay, see, I'm struggling here because at a point of this movie, I understand what it was trying to go for. I understand that each animal are kind of like humans, where even though there's no talking in this movie at all, it's all animal noises, that there could be similar struggles with five people from five different cultures, from five different anything around the world, put them on a boat, and they're all going to have different personalities. I like the dog, which is kind of the kind of always wants to have fun. The cat is kind of the more serious, of like the standoffish. The llama that's trying to impress people and collect things. The bird that's kind of the quiet in the corner but will take charge. And then the other guy that's like the Pume, whatever it's called, the old guy that's just ready to go for the full boat can is the second in command. And you kind of have that cohesiveness of like also, oh, there's other dogs over there. Are we really going to save those dogs? Because dogs are kind of in packs and they only care about themselves to a point, kind of like Mickey right here. Ew. He almost like threw up. Are you okay? Hope he didn't throw up out there. Anyway, it doesn't matter if he did throw up out there. Anyway, that was really weird. It's like a huge thing of the glob. Anyway, anywho, but then you get that with this story of like, are they going to connect and things like that, which they do. And I understand that it is about teamwork of everyone from different parts of the land, different parts of the animal kingdom can get together and work together to save each other from the boat, can maybe save this whale. And maybe we're just all one big, ecoverse and we all need to figure out to work together as a whole. And I completely got that. And I think that's a good message, but there are other elements in this movie where I was a little bit confused what it was trying to do. But when we talk about the look of the movie, absolutely fantastic. I like the look of it where it looked professional, but then other parts look kind of silly, especially when they yawn and the detail's not as perfect in the mouth, which is fine. And I kind of like that where we're so used to the like, the perfect hair of Pixar, the perfect hair of Disney, the perfect hair of, DreamWorks, even though DreamWorks is a little bit more cel-shaded, a little bit more fun. This is kind of the same way of, we're going to have a budget. We're going to have a lot of producers and a lot of companies, but we're going to keep it on a minimalist look. And I really dig that. Like when it needs to look like the trees, fantastic. The animals, fantastic. The water, fantastic. So I did like the look of the movie. Like I said, there's absolutely no voice acting. It's all real animal voices. So that's pretty cool as well. I think what I was just trying to get from the movie is, some things, especially like the llama, getting the shiny stuff put in a basket and trying to impress his other llama friends. Okay. Then the dogs in the very beginning that are like, they're kind of in a pack, and you have the golden retriever kind of like, oh, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel with the cat. And then how they get the boat and how they could drive the boat. Sure. I'm not going to, question some things like that of like, try and grab rope. Sure. Homeward Bound-esque type of stuff. But there's something happens where they go to these tall rocks, right? And it's like the bird and the cat. And I don't know if there's like a symbolistic approach to like the bird maybe being an angel or the bird being the watcher of everyone, and it kind of gets sucked up to the universe and disappears. And the cat was going to but doesn't. It's like a purgatory type of thing. I don't know. Am I thinking too deep in this? Because this is a PG movie. Speak of that PG movie, I don't know if kids will have the attention span for this movie. Yes, it's only about an hour and 24 minutes, but I still think they're going to look at this movie and be like, Mom, I'm bored. Like, they want more fast-paced stuff. So that is the weirdness of this film. It is made, I think, more for adults, but I think more mature kids might enjoy the look, the feel, the no talking. But I also think, like, when I think about kids now, like even Moana, like they want like that stimulation. This movie doesn't really give you that stimulation. I think there are other themes where you just got to think about this movie of like, the flooding is automatically going down out of nowhere. Because I was thinking maybe this is like Noah's Ark and these animals forgot to get on the ark, or Noah forgot these. But it's like, oh, that's not right with what the architectural looks like. Even though the boats can't be that way. So yeah, I don't know what it was trying to say overall, especially with the very end with the whale, because there's also a metaphor with the whale that's like kind of saving the cat, and it's kind of underneath the water, that it needs water to survive, but now the water is completely gone, and now the whale can't survive. So it's almost like a 1-2 gut punch, where it's like you have the land mammals and you have the, whale mammals, if you want to put it that way, the dolphins, things like that, and can they all live together in equal harmony, because one can't live without the land and one can't live without the water. Like I said, I don't know. Am I overthinking this film? But when the credits rolled, I was just like, okay, I could appreciate this movie for what it is. I understand like the look of the movie. I understand the funness of the animals and how we want to do something different. But like I said, when the credits rolled, I didn't have the emotional impact I think a lot of other people did. But I can understand how people could call this like the best animated movie of the year. I would not argue with that. But maybe it's one that's going to grow on me. But right now, it's just a really good film. So Flo will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 70%. So let's see the critics' news scores that gave this one. So critics a 97% with 94 of them. Audience score a 94% with over 250. Critic consensus: thanks to its innovative animation and mature themes, going with this flow provides irresistible. I am curious that 97%, what is, okay, so it's mostly an 89% with all of the actual reviews concise, if you know what I mean, where it's like some are 3 out of 5, some are 4 out of 5, so it's actually 89% when looking at that. So yeah, I understand that. I can understand how some people could really love this film. It just didn't connect with me as I thought it should have. But again, maybe it's a film where I watch it on a second watch where I go, oh, now I understand what it's trying to say. But just right now, watching it, driving home, it's a solid 70 for me. 97, 94, 70. Chase Lock here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Want more things, Blue Futontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. For a great dunk. Watch this tape tomorrow, week from a month, or a year from now, or free. One of you. Peace and love, and yeah, I have no quorum with this getting Best Picture, but I think, like, look back, I think I'd prefer that one over this one.